Life can get really hard sometimes for people. And sometimes a little bit of help creates a snowball effect where your life just gets better. The Emergency Housing Fund, or EHF as we call it, started in 1989 by the multifamily housing industry when they created HIF. Premise of the program is to ensure that people stay housed. It's about homelessness prevention.
Para mí es un honor venir aquí y de darle las gracias a las personas que apoyan a este programa, ¿verdad? Porque se hicieron la beca del IHF. Fue de gran ayuda, sinceramente, porque batallamos mucho en encontrar un hogar, porque pues antes, como comento, rentaba en un hogar que eran 2 cuartos y mi esposa y mis 3 niñas se quedaban en uno, yo me quedaba con mis 3 niños en otro, y ahorita ya no, tenemos cada quien su propio espacio. Y es una bendición muy grande porque la verdad que sí te sientes más a gusto, más cómodo y más que nada pues agradecido y bendecido también, ¿verdad?
A lot of people that need our EHF grants are because they're in a hard point in their life and they need to ensure that they can pay rent so they can stay housed. And then on the opposite side of that, we also help people get into housing.
My name is Manuela. I love teaching. I think it's something I'm very passionate about, and I love the campus that I work at, but the commute was so difficult. HIF helped me move a little bit closer. And
I built the biggest bubble.
Wow!
This was this big.
That big? Are you sure? Oh my gosh.
It was ginormous.
Where was I? Prior to moving into Shadow Oaks, where I live now, I lived with my parents in a house with 15 other people. We lived in San Jose and my work was in Sunnyvale, so that hour commute every day was even hard for us. Working all day, then driving home, getting home, with the tension of the traffic, and then into a loud house where you just can't, you don't have peace. It took a toll. I think one of the hardest things for my mental health was trying to balance my relationship, raising my kid, with the pressure of my family's input, their involvement, like keeping the peace between everybody. So my best friend, I had told her about my struggles at home, which was well, why don't you try HIF? They can help you with grants and getting an apartment. So I applied and learned about the emergency grant that helped us pay for the deposit for the apartment. Helped us come up with that money quickly so that we can get out of my parents' house as soon as possible. It really has helped my family tremendously, and now my life is just so different. The baby has his space to play and grow and be who he wants to be without any pressure from anybody else. He has a great relationship with his cousins, and his aunts and uncles now, because he gets to see them at his own time and his own way. And also for me, my mental health, coming home to a peaceful, quiet home, being able to have family dinners with us, and knowing that there's always going to be food in the fridge, and it gives me all that extra time and energy to put into my family, into my child, into my job, where I'm growing more, giving more effort, into my relationship. It's just been really amazing in so many ways.
Your support has an impact on families, and just a little bit of help can go a long way.
I was used to the good fight as a single mom, but this time was different. This time, I didn't have my most valuable asset, my health. Nor was I used to asking for help. But for the first time in my life, I truly needed it. I was on the verge of losing my home, and I was scared. So here I was, weeks away from a surgery, a very serious surgery, and wondering if I would have a home to come back to. Pure desperation drove me to scrounge the internet, and with the last mental vigor I had in me, I found St. Vincent, who led me to HIF. It turns out life has a funny way of surprising us when we least expect it. The check for my rent was awarded through the grant while I was in my surgery. There have been many times, especially recently, that I've challenged my faith in humanity. But this act of kindness from St. Vincent and HIF was a profound reminder that compassion is among us. And I am reminded of that every time I turn my key to come home.